always wanted to work with Jackie. And Tang Wei, I didn't know her. I saw Lust Caution, yes. And I only knew her from that one single film she's made. And honestly, it's difficult to imagine from that one work how she can fit into the role of Eileen. And Tang Wei was attached to Echo Films, who's my boss company. And Bill told me, well, while we were brainstorming over who should play Eileen, and Bill casually mentioned, why don't you meet Tang Wei? I said, what, Tang Wei? This is a Cantonese movie, come on. And well, she can speak Cantonese, just take a look. And if you do not like her accent, you are not obliged to cast her. And then so I met her, and her Cantonese is brilliant. I think, now, she stayed in Shenzhen for a year, many, many years ago, while she was still a teenager. But, in Shenzhen, for people who've been to Shenzhen people don't speak Cantonese at all. I don't know why. Once you cross, you take a few steps and cross the border, nobody hardly speaks any Cantonese. And I think it must be because she was very talented, she was very dedicated to pick up the language. And I was really surprised to hear her speak such fluent Cantonese. And but then there's still another problem, which is, the original Eileen is a few years older than she is. She is closer in age to Jackie. And so I spent some time thinking about whether I can really adjust the age a little. And in the end, I came up with a few, with this version, which I think it works. Because if I lower the age, it makes the first meeting even more improbable. So they knew it from the beginning that there's a big gap between them. It's not going to happen. Their relationship is unlikely to blossom. And that can be different, but more sort of a better platform in my sense.
Was there any first choice before Tang Wei?
If I tell you now, you're not going to repeat it. I actually talked to Anita Yun, but she's busy. I like I like her a lot. She's busy. She was doing a TV series. Pardon me? So she can be engaged.
So in this Mandarin version, did we hear the real voices of Jackie?
Yes, that's real. But it's still a pity that you cannot see the Cantonese version because a little bit of the dialogues are changed. I would really be very delighted if you can see the original version. Now, for instance, Kiu Bobo, the Indian guy's dialogues, is original. He can speak very fluent Cantonese. If you look at the Cantonese version, you will actually see him speaking Cantonese.
So in this case, I would like to convey a message to the organizer from Golden Village that in future for such cases where we're going to screen a Hong Kong movie for a film festival, is it okay that you get to watch it in original Cantonese version rather than watching it in dubbed in Mandarin version? Because we know that this way will go for a commercial release.
Okay, I'll reflect that too. Thank you.
Okay, actually I have a question. I wonder what are the challenges that you actually face in the making of the movie, and how you actually overcome them?
The major challenge is that we have too little money and too few shooting days. That's happening to every filmmaker in Hong Kong now. Yeah, we shot the entire film in 25 days.
And Monshai is really, really busy. How do you manage to film, during daytimes and all those popular shops and cafeteria, which we all miss?
You know what? The pedestrians are not a concern. They don't just ignore us. Maybe they thought, you're blocking the way. Come on, get out. And our biggest worry is the 狗仔隊. Yeah, they would fabricate stories. Like tomorrow, saying the director quarrels with all the actors and this and that is not performing, so the director has pulls a long face, that sort of thing, and.
To expose the script, and then you never know about it. To expose the script, usually you cannot let them know.
No, I don't know how they know about our locations. They're very good at that. I don't know. That must be it. Believe me, there are more spies than you think there are.
But these are free promotions. Why do you reject that?
No, well, we don't actually need publicity that early. Come on, it's wasted. And no, it's most of the cast will be under pressure because every move they take will be photographed and make use of. No, this is not a very good thing to have. Yeah, well, it's good to have publicity, but then sometimes it's not really all positive publicity.
How did they get you a review or publicity to make this movie? I mean, you don't make reviews quite often now.
No, he has made 3 movies in the last year. No. Well, he's a rich guy. He doesn't need to make a living. I'm sure about that. But once in a while, once you're in, he has shot. I think he told me he's been in more than 100 movies. So maybe he missed those days. Yeah, well, and also one thing that is to our advantage is this film is entirely shot in Hong Kong, and he objected to being taken to China because he will have to leave his family behind for a prolonged period of time. He is a very good and excellent father. He took his girls to school early in the morning and then meet them again in the afternoon. So he's very dedicated, very good family man. And so if we do not, he would turn down projects which requires his presence outside of Hong Kong. But then he was in Vivocity. Vivocity was shot in China, but then his role is quite small, and so maybe he can afford to be in China for 2 or 3 days.
What's your next film plan?
I want to know it myself. Well, I'm working on it, but I've been very busy, promoting my film, and I know they would say make more romantic stories. I'm trying, and I don't know. Women writers and directors alike are always assigned, this kind of job. So every time I try to bring in some more ingredients, like relationship, like some jokes. I'm too old to write pure romance.
What do you make of the Hong Kong movie industry nowadays? I mean, it's full of foreign America. It's always collaborating with China with all those big budget movies. How do you actually, thought about beating them with this kind of low budget, kind of simple story? I'm actually quite glad that stuff like that happen nowadays. It doesn't really happen anymore.
It's a tough life now. I mean, this picture, we're all worried, although it's made with a very medium, with a small budget, not too small, but it's still not a big budget production. But sometimes if the box office proved not very satisfactory, we were worried. even with a meager budget,